Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, welcome to this week's episode of Inside the Music, the Truth About the Truth, where we are here with none other than Victor Orlando, world-renowned percussionist, musician, and just all-around great individual. I am your host, TC Storm Caldwell, with my gallant, pleasant cadre of brothers, well, mentors for me, because I'm the young buck in the squad, Mr. KC Cousin and King Don DaCosta, and we are brought to you live right here by Three Pharaohs Productions in partnership with Move'Em.radio.com. Don't forget, we are the brothers doing what we do for the brothers right here.
Appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me, and I'm glad to be here.
Well, Victor, you have been in the game in this industry for a while now. You've played with some of the best and some of the most famous artists, such as you played with the Gap Band. You've played with some of the people from Earth, Wind, and Fire. You've played for Chaka Khan. So, having done all of this, why don't you give us some of the knowledge of your experiences having played with these people and how you actually got into playing music?
Well, it's been great. It's been a great ride. I attribute it all to God allowing me to play with the people I grew up listening to, liking and loving their music. Didn't ever think I was even in the category to do it until the phone started ringing, and I appreciated that. I took every call, gave my best for each one so that each call would go to the next call and say, hey, get him, he's blah, 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 get him. And it just kept snowballing from 79, 78, 79, coming to LA from Dallas, Texas. But that's how my life had been. There's a phone call away from this, that, or the other. Chaka Khan came along in the middle of that mix. Bobby Watson from Rufus took me to see Chaka and said, hey, want to see if we're going to use Vic on percussion. She said, oh, I know that boy. Go get yourself. Come on. Bam. just that simple. I mean, the one time I had an audition, I'm at my donut shop that I work at. I work at a donut shop, middle of the night shift. My niece calls me because I'm like, you want me to bring some donuts home? She says, it's a guy called you. His name is LL Cool J. He said he wants you to come to audition. I said, stop playing with me, girl. Ain't nobody named LL called the house looking for me. I got to the house and called a number. It was LL, and they wanted me at the studio to audition. And that's how I ended up doing LL Cool J. So God just, whenever God decides to drop a star on me, or drop a celebrity, or drop an act, or drop a local group, I thank God for it. 50 years of doing it.
Here's the thing for you. You're a percussionist, okay? Now I got a Hispanic background and I see you with the congas. That's family stuff, cause my uncle was Willie Bobo. His best friend was Mongo San Maria. So I know all about those instruments. Now, you gotta tell me, why did you take up those particular instruments?
Wow. What happened in high school, I was in the marching band, playing tenor drums in high school. And so football season was over, moved to the band room, it's symphony season. Symphony season's over, moved to jazz band season. Jazz band season comes up, there's a line of marching band drummers wanting to play drums in the jazz band. So I'm at the end of the line, and my band director says, I already got the drum chair filled for the jazz band for the rest of the year. But there's some congas over there. If you want to play them, you can be in a jazz band playing that. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that just to be playing. So me with my little Latin background, I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. I started playing and I was enjoying it. But it wasn't until the movie Woodstock came out, and I went to see Woodstock, and ladies and gentlemen, Santana. And all of a sudden, I'm like, Oh man, Congos, and they up front, and they right next to Carlos. That's what I want to do. That ended it. That was it. From that point on, I still play drums to this day, a kit. But it has to be congas, bongos, timbales, all of that.
You guys always did end up on the front line. I never thought about that. Y'all always did end up on the front line, right next to the lead singer.
Putting it down, gonna get over. Time to party. Gonna get over. We be right on time.
What's going on, family and friends? Once again, you are here inside the music, the truth about the truth. I am your host, your big homie, TC Storm Caldwell, and I am here with the best from the West, KC Cousins, and Mr. Vegas himself, Don DC DaCosta. And you are in for a wonderful and special show this week because we have a very special guest from the soul generation, Mr. Cliff Perkins.
What's happening, Cliff? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. Hanging in there, staying cool, with all this hot weather, but everything is all right on this end, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, Don has told me a great deal about you, and I'm hip to you myself, but Don has told me a great deal about you. I see your walls back there got all kind of like decorations and stuff on them.
Yeah, that's stuff I acquired along the way, this journey, it's a long journey. So I figured since I've been in there so long, I may as well put it up so I can see it every time I walk past and say, yeah, I was there then. But yeah, it's a lot of gold and platinum stuff. I was fortunate and blessed to be able to attain, and still trying to attain. We never stop doing this thing. It's in our blood, and we got to keep it moving.
Well, Cliff, Soul Generation and you are very well known with the hits that you had. But why don't you tell us, because I know you didn't start with Soul Generation. Tell us who you actually started out with.
Well, I started out with the group when I put the group together. It was called the Citations in 1970, and we met a gentleman by the name of Doc Bagby, who was a jazz musician. He seen us at a club. We were working in a club in East Orange, New Jersey, and he said, I'd like to get with you guys. So we said, hey, we was ready to get with whoever wanted to get with us. You know what I'm saying, at that time. So we met with Doc, and he sat with me. He said, Cliff, that Citation is not happening. We got to get something with some soul in it, I said, okay, what about Generation? He said, yeah, that's good. I said, what about Soul Generation? And that's where Soul Generation was born in 1971. But our success has been, has been great for us. I mean, we didn't struggle. We're out there, we're doing shows. I'm working with all kinds of people who I admire, Temptations and all them folks. We work with everybody around the country. And it was really like, we were like little kids in the candy store,
Well,
So Cliff, you got any new music you're working on? Anything new?
Well, we did this CD called Ooh Baby, and that was a year and a half ago. And the only reason I did it because I wrote the song and I liked the song, and once we got in and did Ooh Baby, then we figured we put some more songs. We were going to do a small, 4 songs. And then we decided we just kept going in the studio because we weren't working at the time. So we and myself wrote that song. Gary is
Got a little bit of that technology deal going on. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pop away for a minute and we're gonna come back and we're gonna listen to which song? TC. You wanna take that away and do it with the golden voice thing, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, when we return from this break, you will hear Body and Soul by Soul Generation with Cliff Perkins right here on Inside the Music.
Just got to understand, you're no longer dating a boy. You got a man on your hands. Don't let away your fear. Come to me, my dear. Think you're ready now to show me that you care. 'Cause I want
families and friends, supporters and loved ones, you are here with us right here inside the music. You information and inspiration from artists that have done everything in the music business. And we are here to bring you stories about their music journey right here. From Las Vegas to the East Coast, I am your host, TC Storm Caldwell, here with KC Cousins and the one and only Mr. Vegas himself, Don DC DaCosta. This week's guest is a family friend of the show, Danny Thomas from Confunction.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of the well-known iconic people of the funk music and everything else, known as Mr. Danny A. Thomas, former original member of Confunction. What's up, Mr. Thomas?
Hey, how we do, man? Everything is wonderful here. It's good to be on the air with you again, my brother.
Always a pleasure to see you, my brother. Varying from what we did the last time you and I were together, right now you've got a book out, which actually is an expansion of things because your wife also has a book out. So explain to us what your book is about.
Okay, I would love to. First of all, right now I'm in Northern California, in Vallejo, California, my hometown. I'm doing a book promotion and book tour. We're doing bookstores from Sacramento, California to Pittsburgh, California to Fairfield and whoever else we can get. My book is basically, the title of it is My Life and Fun Times with Confunction. And it tells the beginning, but it tells my life story, which actually includes the Confunction story. It talks how I first started playing piano at 3 years old, talking about my family. So I'm a father. If it wasn't for my family, my mother and father, it wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be no me. So I give my mom, father, grandparents, the grandfather who I'm named after. I talk about him because he was very special in my life, along with my sisters and brothers. And then I talk about high school when the group originated.
Well, Danny, was anybody else in your family musically inclined?
Yes, yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, my sister was a musical genius. She graduated from Fisk University, Rhodes Scholar at 16. That's one of the reasons my family was, encouraged into getting me started in music early, because they thought I had it too. Which she was a musical genius. I had to work hard to get it.
Learn how to write songs the right way. You can have a killer groove, some smoking lyrics, and your arrangements suck, and it just don't make it.
That's right.
It's just the little thing, little things that make the difference.
Exactly.
So Don, you were telling me about this track that Danny had, tribute to Martin Luther King.
Yeah, it's not actually a track. It's actually a video, which is a very poignant video. If you see all the things that are involved in this video, which is great because it shows the struggle of why he had that dream. It shows the struggle of the people here in this country struggling for the rights that are allocated for everyone, yet not always given to everyone. And then he also went to the apartheid nation of South Africa, where they had their difficulties too, which was what made this so great. And then the people that are in it, it not only has Martin Luther King, it also has, you'll see Malcolm X in it. There's just a lot of different people who's fought this struggle and continue to fight this struggle in this video. But it is a tribute to Martin Luther King because that's actually where the dream started.
Yep. I tell you what, Let's hand it over to TC. Yo, TC, take it away, player. Let's watch this video.
Thank you for the handout, Brother KC. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, please tune into this wonderful tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Free to Dream by Mr. Daddy Thomas.
You saw so much poverty, racism, inequality. You just couldn't stand to be quiet about it all. You accepted your call, proud to fight through it all. You didn't shrink, you stood tall until the very end. Now when they speak your name, they speak of the change that came. The fight was your claim to fame, but humble you remained. Now we celebrate on a special day, because you fought to make your people free.
Hey, family and friends, welcome to another episode of Inside the Music, the truth about the truth, brought to you by Three Pharaohs Productions and Move'Em Radio.com. And we are your host, KC Cousins. Don DC DaCosta, and yours truly, your big homie, TC Cowell, BKA Stormy Weathers. We are the best of the West, coming to you with the beast from the East. And we are here with our wonderful guest, Jimmy Merchant.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a legendary individual with us today. Don be going in his little he still got a black book, and he got a notebook that's chiseled on stone. He got some old numbers. But
oh boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Merchant, talk to him, Bob. Tell us what's happening. What's happening, Jimmy?
Well, all I can say is this is the legendary Hall of Famer, organizer of Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, the writer of Why Do Fools Fall in Love, the man who actually needs no introduction, known worldwide, my big brother, Jimmy Merchant.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I'm humbled. I'm so humbled, man. So humbled. This is a phenomenal period. Simply because I guess it's like 65 years later. Probably one of the main scenarios for me would be that the show business world hasn't gotten it the way I think they should have today. Because we see all the other movements, you know, Motown, hip hop, rap, you know, R&B.
Yeah.
But what they're leaving out is the youth movement that started it all. And I'm one of the guys of the key group in the youth movement that started hundreds and hundreds and thousands of kids to today. What's his name? Brian? Bruno Mars. From the Teenagers to Bruno Mars.
Well, you know,
everything in between.
Before you even go there, Jimmy, start back to how you and Frankie and all y'all started, because right behind you guys starting that particular movement and that particular music genre, all the other people that came in behind you, because there was nobody in your particular field doing that music. Right after you guys started, Frankie's brother came in, Louis. Then you had the students, you had the schoolboys, you had a group of other artists that were brought in because of the notoriety and the fame that you guys were precipitating with your music. So tell them how that all started, because you guys, listen, you guys did, who was it, Alan Freed?
Yes.
Okay. In the Brooklyn Paramount and all those other places.
Right.
And you were the youngest, because all the other groups like the Platters and everything, they weren't teenage groups. No. They were all older artists. So
right.
Tell them how all of that facilitated coming together where it is today.
Well, once again, it was a sort of a quiet time. 1955, 54, 52, 53. You got these great black vocal groups coming out with, and a black sound from the white vocal groups. So for me, it was taking off, picking up where the big bands left off. So the big bands, because even when we got started, we were working with big bands, Count Basie band, Dizzy Gillespie bands. We worked with these people, but it was a matter of a change about to take place. And the change that was about to take take place was pointed toward children. And like anything else, certain people are chosen. I'm one of the chosen ones. Sherman Gons, one of the chosen ones. 2 Puerto Ricans, Herman Santiago, Jose Negroni, Joe Negroni. So the higher power said, let's start out with these 4. And then when the 4 get rolling, they're sticking the little baby, Frankie, 2 years younger. They lived in the same neighborhood, went to the same school, and we were pushing him, hey, get out of here, kid, you're too young for us. he says, I can do what y'all do. Come on, man, back up, man. You know. And then he just started following us in the neighborhood. Now, the ironic part is for Frankie to come in with the big boys, 2 years older than him, because he's 13, and we're 15-year-olds.
No, he wasn't. He was 12 when
12.
he joined you guys.
Pardon me.
He was 12. He wasn't a teenager at the time. He was a 12-year-old.
Right. Yeah. When he came across us, it was Richard Barrett, who was one of the Valentines, the lead singer of the Valentines, as you know, that was working with George Goldner in the recording studio, cutting records with George. Now, I just want to go back for a split second. I come from the Bronx. I go into the neighborhood. 4 guys are already in. Somebody gives us some song or some letters, but they become songs. One song in particular, White of Fools. I was listening to a group called the Capitals, and I came up with the idea for "Please Be Mine" and "I Want You to Be My Girl," and we got 3 songs. Frankie comes into the group. He's begging to come in the group. Richard Barrett now moves into the neighborhood. He's working for George Goldner. And we sing by his window because we learned that one of the Valentines was living upstairs over the grocery store. And when he saw us singing on the corner, he says, I'm gonna get you guys recorded. And you guys maybe need to come together with the boy that I saw on the talent show during that summer, Frankie. Because he saw Frankie attaching himself to us. When he saw us singing up the window to George Goldner, we I want to rock, I want to roll, I want to thrill deep down in. Hey, pretty baby, can't you see that's what you're doing to me? He's picked. We showing him, and then Frankie, and Frankie comes with it. He comes from left field, throwing his voice in. Barrett said, "You need to keep that little boy. I'm going to take you downtown to George Goldner, and George Goldner is recording people, and I want to get you guys discovered." And he takes us downtown after in September of that year, 1955, and we still using Frankie in the background. He's in the background. And Herman is singing lead. Now, Herman's a Puerto Rican dude, but he could sing. But we gave Frankie one song to sing, and that was the song that I wrote. I want you to be my girl. Well, come on. So here's what happened. After we finished auditioning, we think we're done. George says, oh, no, you guys okay, good. Then he says, what about you, little boy? See, Herman was doing all the leads with regard to the audition. We let Frankie come in. We let him be a background singer with his flashy first tenor. Okay. Now Goldner is saying, what about you, little boy? What can you do? He steps out. He moves Sherman out the way. He moves Joe out the way. He moves Herman out the way. He steps up in front of everybody and says, I can do whatever you want. He said, let's hear it. So he sings "I Want You to Be My Girl." Everybody thinks that he sang "Why the Fools Fall in Love." No, he did not sing "Why the Fools Fall in Love." He did not. It was not in his. He didn't know the song. That's key. Amen. Amen.
So
That comes to mind, what you're saying, that we are actually the starters of the youth movement in music, but it hasn't been out, it's not out there like it should. And the only way that it will be, it looks to me like the book. My granddaughter is interested in, she's in the movie world, but I'm telling her, sweetie pie, yeah. And I think I told you, Don, about it. The book is key. And if I don't do what God told me to do, and write that book and get that book out, then I'm going to be held responsible for what I know needs to be done right, with the proper representation of what Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers did for music. See,
well,
and of course, pardon?
On that right there, what I want to do right now is allow my man TC to go ahead and play this milestone, world-changing, innovative. Man, I could sit here and go on with expletive words for the next 20 minutes. But
yes.
I'm hand it over to TC. TC, go ahead and play that song, man.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, big brother KC. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for Why Do Fools Fall in Love by Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, with Jimmy Merchant as a member, right here on Inside the Music.
Ooh.